Namaskaram. Om Shri Padmanabhaya Namaha. Shri Padmanabha Swami Temple is one of the most ancient temples of India and the most significant one in the erstwhile state of Travancore. The temple finds mention in various Puranas as well as Tamil Sangam literature pointing to its antiquity and hoary traditions. A vast amount of land was endowed to the temple by the traditional trustees as well as the Venachera dynasty to ensure smooth conduct of the Nitya Nidanam, the Masa Vishesham and the Ata Vishesham, daily, monthly and annual rituals and festivals in the temple without any obstruction. As per religious belief, any sort of non-performance or reduction of this affects the Chaitanyam of the deity. The temple used to earn handsome revenue from these Sri Pandaravaka properties, which helped in meeting the expenses without any need of support from general public devotees. During the formation of the state of Kerala in 1956, the temple owned around 12,630 acres of land in the southern part of Kerala. Later, these lands were vested in the government through the Sri Pandaravaka Lands Enfranchisement and Vesting Act of 1971 with the stated objective of agrarian reforms. But the lands belonged to the temple, which is a Hindu religious institution. And as such, the government owes proper annual compensation for the public institution to survive. This liability of the government was acknowledged when the annuity of Indian rupees 58,500 was fixed as yearly compensation for rent. And this rent which we had lost or the temple had lost in 1971. But this amount was never revised since then. In fact, an RTI reply dated 19 October 2017 from the Revenue Department of Kerala government stated that the Kerala government had not paid even that 58,500 rupees since the year 2015 and 16. And now with COVID crisis, various news reports have been published in the last few months. And it states that the temple is not in a position to meet even the Nitya Nidanam expenses and had to impose salary cuts on its employees since the donations from public also have drastically fallen. The temple was never meant to depend on public donation. It was endowed with enough properties to survive and thrive on its own. It is due to the lapse from the state of Kerala that the temple is facing such adverse crisis now. Hence, we at People for Dharma had sent a representation to Kerala's Chief Minister's office on September 28, 2020, requesting the government to take necessary steps as soon as possible to revise the annual rental compensation to be paid to the temple as per the current market rate of the rupee. A nominal rent of Indian rupees 25,000 per acre per annum can be set as the revised rental compensation for Sri Pandaravaka lands, which shall amount to around 31 crores per annum. This shall also be revised every 4 years by 25% to meet the increase in expenses. Unfortunately, the Kerala government has not responded to our request, nor has it taken any action on this so far. So we have no choice but to approach the court for asking justice. We request all devotees to be with us and support us as always because our temples need justice. Namaste.